Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. So we're going to start with grade 3 maths. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 3 maths and then click on your lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter multiplication skill builders. And the lesson we're going to cover today from the chapter is multiply by 12. Then we'll start the new chapter, that is estimation and rounding. And the lessons we're going to cover today are rounding nearest 10 or 100 only, rounding, rounding money amounts, and then rounding puzzles. So let's just start with the first lesson, that is multiply by 12. Here I am on grade 3 maths. The chapter name is multiplication skill builders. Here is the chapter. And let's start with the last lesson, that is multiply by 12. So let's just start with the last multiply by 12. Okay, so we're going to learn how to multiply by 12. Got it? So multiplying by 12 is very easy. Let's start with the first one, 12 times 2. Start multiplying from rightmost digit. You have to do 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. Then you have to do 2 times 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. So that means 12 times 2 is 24. Multiplying two-digit numbers is very easy. That is 12 times 2. You have to do 2 times 2. You have to start from the rightmost digit. Just multiply the rightmost digit first. 2 times 2, and then you have to do 2 times 1. 2 times 2 is 4 and 2 times 1 is 2. So it is 24. Got it? You can have a look on the tutorial. They are already solved, so you can have a look on by yourself. Okay, the first one is 12 times 2. We just did this one on the board. So 12 times 2 is 24. So the correct option is 24. The next one is 12 times 8. So we have to do 12 times 8. Got it? So you have to multiply the rightmost digit first. Just do 8 times 2. So 8 times 2 is 8 times 2 is 16. Write 6 here and carry 1. Now you have to do 8 times 1. 8 times 1 is 8, and you have to add the carry. So 8 plus 1 is 9. Got it? That means 12 times 8 is 12 times 8 is 96. Got it? So the correct option is 96. Okay, the next one is 0 times 12. So 0 times 12 is 0 times 12 is 0. Multiplying any number by 0 makes the 0. Got it? So 0 times 12 is 12. Okay, the next one is 12 times 1. So 12 times 1 is 12 times 1 is 12. Got it? Next one is 10 times 12. So let's just multiply 10 times 12. So you have to do, let's just multiply rightmost digit. 2 times 0 is 0. Now you have to do 2 times 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Now we're going to start with the we're going to start multiplying the ones digit. So you have to write 0 right before below the 10, and you have to start writing from the tens digit. 1 times 0 is 0, and 1 times 1 is 1. Just add them. 0 plus 0 is 0, 2 plus 0 is 2, and 1. That means 12 times 10 is 112. Got it? So the correct option is 120. The next one is 12 times 7. So you have to do 7 times 2. 7 times 2 is 14. Write 4 here and carry 1. 7 times 1 is 7, and 1 8. So it would be 12 times 7 is 84. Got it? So the correct option is 84. Next one is 12 times 9. So 9 times 2 is 18. Here you have 8 and carry 1. Then 9 times 1 is 9, and you have to add 1. So 9 plus 1 is 12 times 9 is 9 times 1 is 9, and 1 10. So that means 12 times 9 is 108. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test. You can complete the test by yourself later today. I'm going to start with the new chapter. So if you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. So you have to do the final test of the chapter by yourself, because you can't see the final test until the status of your lessons is completed. So you have to complete all the test questions, then you can see the final test. Okay, the next lesson is estimation and rounding. So let's just start with the lesson. Let's start with the first one, rounding nearest 10 or 100 only. Okay, so like if you have to round off to the nearest 10 or the nearest 100. Okay, let's start with the first example. What is 318 rounded to the nearest 100? Let's start with the first example. What is 318 rounded to the nearest 100? So you have to round off 318 to nearest 100. First, find a digit in hundreds place. So which digit is at the 100 place? The digit that is 100 place is 3. Got it? So the right did one place right, move one place right from the 100. So it would be 1. You have to compare this digit to 5. 1 is greater than 5 or less than 5? So 1 is less than 5. Got it? So that means you have to round down. You replace all the digits to the right of the 100 place by 0. So it would be rounded off to 300. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. You can have a look on the questions of the tutorial by yourself. They are already solved. Okay, the first one is, what is 717 rounded to the nearest 100? So you have to a round of 717. So what you have to do, you have to identify the digit that is at the hundreds position. So which digit is at the hundreds position? So the hundreds digit is at 17 is at the hundreds position. Got it? Okay, just move right where at the right hand side of the hundred digit, here you have 1. You have to compare this digit to 5. 1 is greater than 5 or less than 5. So 1 is less than 5. That means you have to round down. Round down means just replace these two digits with 0. So you have to round off to 700. Got it? Basically, the concept is you need to see 717 is near to which hundred. Like it is 700 and it is 800. Between 700 and 800, you have 717. You need to see if it is near to 700 or near to 800. 717. You are just 17 digits above 700. Got it? That means you are near to 700. So it would be then rounded off to 700. Got it? For example, you have 796. You are just 4 digits away from 800. Then it would be rounded off to 800. Got it? Okay, so the correct option is 700. Okay, the next one is, what is 27 rounded to the nearest 10? You have to round off 27 to the nearest 10, not 100, because 27 is less than 100. Okay, so the digit that is at 10's position is 2. Got it? And the digit that is at the right hand side, you have 7. 7 is greater than 5 or less than 5. So 7 is greater than 5, so you have to round up. Round up means you have to add 1 to 10's digit, so it would be then rounded off to 30. Got it? So 27 and rounded off to 30. Got it? No one is answering why. Okay, what is 463 rounded to the nearest 100? You have to round off 463 to the nearest 100. So which digit is at the hundreds position? So which digit is at the hundreds position? 4 is at the 100 position. Got it? So the digit that is right next to 4 is 6. You have to compare this digit to 5. So 6 is greater than 5 or less than 5? 6 is greater than 5. Got it? That means you have to round up, add 1 to 4, and then replace the other digits with 0. So it would be 500. Got it? So 463 is rounded off to 500. Okay, the next one is, what is 67 rounded to the nearest 10? So you have 67. The digit that is at the tens position is 6. You have to compare. Okay, the digit that is right next to the 10 digit is 7. You have to compare the 7 to 5. 7 is greater than 5 or less than 5? 7 is greater than 5. That means you have to round up. You have to round to 70. Got it? So the correct option is 70. Sorry. Okay, the next one is, what is 680 rounded to nearest 100? Okay, 680. So this is the digit that is at the hundreds position. So right next to 6, you have 8. 8 is greater than 5 or less than 5? 8 is greater than 5. Got it? That means you have to round up, add 1 to 6. It would be 7 and replace the other digits with 0. That means 680 is rounded off to 700. Got it? So the correct option is 700. No one is answering why. Is everything okay? Okay. The next one is, what is 594 rounded to the nearest 100? So which is the correct option? So 594 is rounded off to 600. The correct option is 600. Okay. The next one is, what is 51 rounded to the nearest 10? So 51 is rounded off to which 10? 51 is rounded off to 50. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. And the next lesson is rounding. Let's just start with the next lesson. Okay, what is 27 rounded to the nearest 10? You have to round off 27. So the 27, so the digit that is at the tens position is 10 is at the 2 is at the tens position. Got it? So the digit that is at the right hand side, we have 7. You have to compare this digit to 5. So 7 is greater than 5 or less than 5? 7 is greater than 5. Got it? That means you have to round up. Round up means you have to add 1 to the tens digit. So it would be 2 plus 1 is 3 and replace the rest of the digit with 0. So 27 is rounded off to 30. So the correct option is 30. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay. The first one is, what is 12 rounded to the nearest 10? You have to round off 12 to the nearest 10. So you have 12. Got it? So the digit that is at the tens position is 1. Got it? Just look at the other digit. It is 2. 2 is greater than 5 or less than 5? So 2 is less than 5. That means 2 is less than 5. That means you have to round on the same 10. So write 1 as it is and replace the other digit with 0. So 12 is rounded off to 10. So the correct option is 10. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is, no one is answering why. If you already know the answers, you can just write down the answers in the chat box. Okay, the next one is, what is 830 rounded to the nearest 100? So we have to round off 830 to the 830. So this is the digit that is at the ones position. That is 8. You have to look for the rightmost digit. So the digit that is right after 8 is 3. 3, you have to compare 3 to 5. 3 is greater than 5 or less than 5? 3 is less than 5. Got it? 3 is smaller than 5. That means you have to round on the same 100. The 100 digit is 8 and replace the other digits with 0. So it would be 8 and 0, 0. That means 830 is rounded off to 800. Got it? So 830 is rounded off to 800. The correct option is 800. Okay, the next one is, what is 47 rounded to the nearest 10? You have to round off 47 to the nearest 10. So here you have 47. So the digit that is at the tens position is 4. Just look at the right digit. Right digit is 7. 7 is greater than 5 or less than 5? So you have 4. Just look, you have 7. 7 is greater than 5 or less than 5? 7 is greater than 5. That means you have to round up. Add 1 to 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And replace the other digit with 0. That means 47 is rounded off to 50. Got it? So the correct option is 50. Okay, the next one is, what is 393 rounded to the nearest 100? So you have 393. 393. So this is the digit that is at the hundreds position. So the next digit is 9. You have to compare 9 and 5. 9 is greater than 5 or less than 5? 9 is greater than 5. That means you have to round up, add 1 to the hundreds digit. It would be 4 and replace the other two digits with 0. So it would be rounded off to 400. Got it? So the correct option is 400. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is, what happened? Okay, the next one is, what is 672 rounded to nearest 10? You have to round off to the tens digit. 672, the tens digit is this one. 7 is at the tens position. Got it? So just look at the right digit. The right digit is 2. So 2 is greater than 5 or less than 5? 2 is less than 5. Got it? That means you have to round on the same digit. So you can round on the 7 and replace the other digit with the 0. Got it? So the correct option is, you have to replace the 2 with 0. So the correct option is 670. Got it? 672 is rounded off to 670. Okay, what is 856 rounded to the nearest 100? You have to round off 856 to the nearest 100. So the hundredth digit is 8. Got it? So the digit that is right next to 8 is 5. You have to compare this number to 5. So actually it is equal. Got it? So when they are equal, you have to round up. Add 8 plus 1 is 9 and replace the other two digits with 0. So it would be then rounded off to 900. Got it? 856 is rounded off to 900. So select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is 872 rounded to the nearest 10. You have to round off to the tens digit, 872. So the digit that is at the tens position is 7. Got it? Read the question carefully, like this one. What is 872 rounded to the nearest 10? So just look for the tens digit. The tens digit is 7. The digit that is right to 7 is 2. 2 is less than 5 or greater than 5? 2 is less than 5. That means you have to round on the same digit, write 7 as it is and replace the other digit with 0. So it would be 870. Got it? So the correct option is 830. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. And the next lesson is rounding money amounts. So let's just start with the next lesson, that is rounding money amounts. Okay, the first one is, what is 7.13 rounded to the nearest dollar? You have to round off the number to the nearest dollar. Basically, the concept is you have to remove the decimal point from here. Got it? It is 7.13. Got it? So just look at the first digit right after the decimal. You have 7. Got it? Sorry, right after the first decimal point, you have the first digit is 1. Compare this digit to 5. 1 is less than 5 or greater than 5? 1 is less than 5. Got it? That means you have to round on the same dollar. It would be then rounded off to 7. Got it?
So it would be rounded off to 7. The correct option is okay. Let's just start with the test questions so that we can do the practice questions. You can have a look on the tutorial by yourself later today. Got it? So the next one is 3.11. You have to round to the nearest dollar. $3.11 actually it is. 3.11. Okay, just look at the first digit right after the decimal point. It is 1. We have to compare this digit to 5. So 1 is greater than 5 or less than 5? 1 is less than 5. So that means you have to round on the same dollars. So it would be then rounded off to 3. 3.11 is rounded off to $3. Got it? I haven't selected the correct option. The correct option is 3. 3.11 is rounded off to 3. Sorry, I forgot to select the correct option. Okay, the next one is what is 3.30 rounded to the nearest dollar? So it would be 3.30. So just look at the first digit right after the decimal. It is 3. You have to compare this digit to 5. So 3 is greater than 5 or less than 5? So 3 is less than 5. Got it? That means you have to round on the same decimal. So it will be 3. 3.30 is rounded off to 3. So 3.30 is rounded to 3. The correct option is 3. Okay, the next one is 3.83. Let's see. 3.83. So just look at the first digit right after decimal. It is 8. You have to compare 8 to 5. 8 is greater than 5 or less than 5? 8 is greater than 5. When 8 is greater than 5, you have to round up. Round up means you have to add 1 to the whole number. So it would be now 4. That means 3.83 is rounded off to 4. Got it? So the correct option is 4. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is 1.01. You have to round off 1.01 to the nearest dollar. So you have 1.01. Right after the decimal, you have 0. 0 is less than 5 or greater than 5? 0 is less than 5. So you have to round on the same dollar. So it would be then rounded off to 1. The correct option is 1. So just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is what is 5.07 rounded to the nearest dollar? So you have to round off 5.0. 5.07. So just look at the first digit right after the decimal. You have 0. So 0 is less than 5 or greater than 5? Obviously 0 is less than 5. So that means you have to round on the same digit. So it would be same decimal. So it would be then rounded off to 5. Got it? So the correct option is 5. So select the correct option, click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is what is 1.61 rounded to the nearest dollar? You have to round off 1.61. So the digit that is right after the decimal is 6, and 6 is greater than 5, isn't it? Yes, 6 is greater than 5. That means you have to round to, you have to round up. Round up means you have to add 1 to whole number. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So that means 1.61 is rounded off to 2. Got it? So that is, what is 1.61 rounded off to the nearest dollar? So it would be rounded off to 2. Got it? Okay, the next one is, what is 2.43 rounded to the nearest dollar? So you have to round off 2.43. Okay, so the first digit right after the decimal is 4. And 4 is greater than 5 or less than 5? 4 is less than 5. Got it? That means you have to round on the same dollar. So it would be then rounded off to 2. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. So if you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? The next one is rounding puzzles. So let's just start with the next lesson. Okay, let's just start with the first example. The digits in a certain number are 2 and 1. The tens to the nearest 10, the number rounded to 10. So you have, you just understand, the digit is 2 and 1. You have to make actually the digit, and the number is rounded to 10. 2 and 1, you can arrange them. 2 and 1, you have to make, how many digits we can make from 2 and 1? We can make two digits, 12 and 21. So which digit is when rounded to make 10? 12 or 21? It would be rounded off to, the correct option is 12. Got it? Because you can round off 12 to 10. So the correct option is 12. We are on the test. Let's just start. We are on the tutorial. Let's just start with the test questions so that we can do practice questions. Okay, that's the one we just did. The digits in a certain number are 2 and 1. To the nearest 10, the number rounds to 10. So 12 is rounded to 10. Got it? Okay. The digit in a certain number is 66 and 2. To the nearest 10, the number is rounded to 30. The digits are 2 and 6. So how many digits we can make from 2 and 6? 2 and 6. We can make just two digits. One of them is 26 and one of them is 62. So when we round off the number is rounded to 30. So which number is rounded to 30? 26 or 62? So 26 is rounded off to 30. Got it? That means the correct option is 30. The number is 26. Got it? Because 26 is rounded to 30. Okay, the next one is, the digit in a certain number is 7 and 8. To the nearest 10, the number rounds to 90. You have two digits, 7 and 8. You can make just two numbers. Got it? One of them is 78 and one of them is 87. Which number is rounded to 90? 78 or 87? So which number is rounded to 90? 87 is rounded to 90. Got it? 78 is rounded to 80 and 87 is rounded to 90. So the correct option is 87 because 87 is rounded to 90. Got it? A number has a digits 8 and 2. To the nearest 10, the number rounds to 30. Okay, the number has digits 2 and 8. So you can just look at the options. You just look for the option that has the digits 2 and 8. So which is the correct option? Okay, the next one is, yes, it is 28. Got it? Because 28 is rounded to 30. So the correct option is 28. Okay, the next one is a number has digits 2 and 5, 5 and 2. To the nearest 10, the number is rounded to 30. Just look at the options. Which option has the digits 2 and 5? The correct option is 25. Got it? The only option that can make from 5 and 2 is 25. Got it? Okay, the next one is what number a number has digits 3 and 4. To the nearest 10, the number is rounded to 40. What is the number? So you are given three of the options. Which option has the digit 4 and 3? That means 34 is rounded off to 30. Got it? 43 is rounded off to 40, not 30. Okay, the next one is the digit is the certain number are 9 and 8. To the nearest 10, the number rounds to 90. So, which is the correct option? Which option has both the digits 8 and 9? That is option number 1. Got it? Because the option number 1 has both the numbers 8 and 9. And also, when you round off 89, it is rounded to 90. Got it? Okay, the next one is the digits in a certain number are 8 and 7. To the nearest 10, or the number rounds to 80. So, which is the correct option? So, the correct option is 78. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. So, we were working on grade 3 maths, and the lessons we have covered today are we have started with the chapter with the lesson multiplication skill builders. We did one lesson from the chapter that is multiply by 12. Then we've started the new chapter that is estimation and rounding. And the lessons we have covered today are rounding nearest 10 or 100 only, rounding, rounding many amounts, and then rounding puzzles. So please make sure before the next session you have to complete all the test questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? That's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.